All right, hey guys, we are going over the upcoming facility programming week. It is the start of our second block of 3 weeks, and there's three 3-week cycles in this training cycle. Again, we just finished a mini testing week, which we did a lot of absolute strength and a little slower contractions. So we're starting to pick up and put the pieces together. You'll see towards retesting week coming up. Today's session covers a lot of snatch positional work, so increasing the deadlift on the snatch, the pull off the ground, as well as the snatch balance. So then we obviously add the magic in the middle part there, but we get extra strength from those two pieces, which people can be limited by. In addition to ring dips, we'll get into that in a second, and a short battery piece, which just means it's going to be hard contractions, kind of broken up, and not really like something that's going to be super unbroken there. So to start off at the top of the class, 2 sets through, it's going to be either a 100-meter run or a little shuttle run inside, going back and forth there to get people warm. That can be coach-led into some PVC pass-throughs with the PVC into SOTS press there, into 10 back extensions. That can just be on the ground. Superman extensions, we'll do that a couple times through, getting the full body moving and going. There. If you wanted to do air bike and pass through, is fine. SOTS press, just for our nomenclature, is always going to be snatch grip behind the back, right? Regular SOTS press technically was clean grip from the front of the bottom of the squat. That's wild, and most people don't have that type of mobility, but just helping them get there where they're going to push up and they're going to want to lean forward, keeping their chest up here in that position is going to be a really good piece for them, seeing if they can get the bottom of the squat with their heels on the ground and keep an upright torso, which will be a precursor for the snatch grip, snatch balance. The next part, we're going into a specific warm-up. 2 sets through, it's 5 kettlebell deadlifts so we're getting the pull off the ground into some hip hinging for the kettlebell swings, or the dumbbell power snatch into 5 push-ups. So a couple times through, really just slowing it down, looking for good movement quality. We want to have as much time as we can for the skill instruction, which is going to focus on snatch technique positioning. Okay, and the main 2 here is going to be alternating EMOM for the first part. 12 minutes, 4 times each station. So minute 1, 2, 3, rotate through. Yes, you can have people start at different stations. I absolutely think that's important here. 1, for just the flow of class. And 2, you want to position yourself as a coach where you need to spend most of your effort on, right? So there's 2 ways we can do that. 1 is staggering the starting stations. 2 is it's snatch balance 3 reps, right? Not everyone has to go at the start of the minute. Everyone, if you have, let's say, 21 people in class, 7 stations, or 3 stations of 7 apiece, rather, right? If then now you're watching snatch balance is maybe the one you want to focus on most. You have the first 3 of them go at 0, and then after they go, then the next group goes of 4 goes then. You can break that down really well. And if you have an assistant coach, obviously that's easier to watch the secondary movement, but staggering starting times, even on the EMOMs, is a really good pro coaching move there. Takes a little practice getting good at that and giving the explanations of everyone. We'll dig into that a little deeper. But it's going to be for snatch technique positioning to snatch balance. That's just from the back, short dip, and working on punching out. For sport, it's no heave, and this is the way some of like the big lifters will talk about doing, just from here, and they're just trying to generate the force, pushing themselves down against the bar, right? For fitness function, it's just going to be overhead squats for 5 to 6 reps will be appropriate for them there. And then the second set is snatch grip deadlifts. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing, do a set of 5 reps here for them, and then performance sport, we're going to build up on that, and then sport. Actually, for the ring dips, it's going to be 20 seconds of max reps. So for fitness, it's going to be push-ups or push-up eccentrics, lowering down and kind of going back off the knees, not worrying about the concentrics. Same idea we're doing with pull-ups, right? They lower down, jump back up. Same thing for push-ups. Lower down and then worm back up's okay, because we're not trying to focus on the concentric. For a performance can be static or ring dips, or assisted, where they kind of do like the tricep dip on a box with their legs extended, and sport would just be ring dips, 20 seconds max reps. I like doing chest and tricep work with weightlifting movements and supersets or trisets like this, because people usually want to get their arms pulling a little early, and I find if we fatigue them out some, they have to use their body and their hips and their legs to do the work, which is what we want. Next part, we're prep for part B. It's going to be reviewing power snatch technique as needed. Russian kettlebell slings we probably should have gone over in the warm-up. For everyone, And it should be a fairly heavy dumbbell power snatch. So it's going to be 2 power snatch. So right is 1, left is 2, into 2 push-ups, right? And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see that as this goes on to 8, 10, 12, it's going to get hard really quickly to go unbroken. And that's what we want. It's going to be battery and muscle endurance is kind of the name of the game today. So working on snatch technique. Obviously, this cycle here on Monday is building up to Elizabeth and Amanda. And what are those workouts? Hinging Ollie movements and upper body pushing. So we're doing it here in a little different way, trying to help them get the physiological adaptation they need without just doing, hey, let's keep doing Amanda. No, we can do this improving push-ups, improving muscle endurance, and improving low back muscle endurance for the hinging, so that way when they're in doing Elizabeth or Amanda, we have the technique and they're golden and going to have a big PR. That's Monday. Important at the end of class, we do that, right? The scalings are there and should be pretty good. Then we get them ready for Tuesday, and hey, it's going to be, you know, heavy front squats. We're building up on those again because that's going to help us get better thrusters, right? The better our front squat is, thrusters at 95-65 are relatively easier. That's what we want to do. So that's why we're building up, and it's a good reason to come in tomorrow for them. So I always like to tease the next day of the class out, and that is Monday's training. Thanks.